Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2 here today on the channel. We're back on our Divinate et Impera modded Empire Divided DLC campaign as Aurelians Rome. Here today, we're going to be continuing our conquest of southern Italy against the Roman pretenders. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series thus far, and where you'd like me to expand and conquer. So, as Aurelians Rome, we currently occupy Carthage and most of North Africa. We still hold Greece, Macedon, the Balkans, and Illyria for now. Diplomacy-wise, we have still held all of our initial puppets, which is fantastic. And here is the diplomatic status of Rome. So we still are at war with the Gothi, but we have managed to make peace treaties with the Roxolani, the Marcomanni, and some of the barbarians to the north. We're going to be focusing on the Roman pretenders, as we did in the last episode, as we took our first territory back on the island of Sicily. We've got to watch out for Gallic Rome and Tetriclus, and of course the Lusitani and Britannia. Fortunately for us, like I said, we still maintain our puppet states in Lydia, Galatia, Egypt, and Numidia, as well as Mauritania, and we are not at war with Palmyra just yet. So, I currently have my brother and heir in Sicily. He's going to hopefully try and take the city of Syracuse here today. So let's move him around there now. We've already taken our first settlement, and can we take it in one turn? Yes, so we are playing on Divinate et Impera. We are playing on some submods of that official mod as well, and we are using a Roman reskin for Empire Divided. It's not 100% optimized for this DLC just yet, so there might be some discrepancies here and there. Might not run as smoothly as, of course, the vanilla version of the game, but already it looks like we've got ladders, so we can attack in one turn, which is fantastic. So we'll continue to hold and siege that out for now. So we do have the unique banditry mechanic and cults that we need to watch out for as well. I was just sort of curious to see what it was just initially taking territory. In most of my regions, my banditry has been quelled because I've already built a lot of villas, which is good. So we're currently sieging out Syracuse. We probably can just take that straight up. Yeah, it's going to be a clear-cut order resolve for this one. We have 3,586 Romans to their 3,242 of their pretenders. We're coming up against Cerberus Trio and Tinius there. So we're going to be able to take Syracuse, and our second city in Sicily is ours. We've taken the region capital there. Let's occupy the territory straight up. My Imperium is now increased. Let's break down the military building here in Syracuse, because I want to replace it eventually as well. And we'll try and go for Panormus, I guess, next. Can I get another military unit here? Because it's probably not a bad idea. We can bring in Equites Cataphractari Bodyguard, Praetorian Cavalry, or some just Equites Scutari. Maybe we should just go with... It does cost a lot more. Yeah, we'll just go with the Praetorian Cavalry for now. And yeah, once we get some more finances, we can bring you in. Navy-wise, it's actually quite strong. How big is the navy there? 11 units. The garrisons are quite large in this mod, so we can't allow... I was thinking like maybe we could get the fleet to take the entirety of it, but we can't. Aurelian is currently just outside Brundusium. He's going to push for that for now. We've got another army up here in Odessa holding. We've also got a secondary army here as well. Now, banditry is looking a little bit dangerous sort of towards the fringe territories here, and we might just have to accept it for now. We'll try and get some recruitment done, especially in our capital in Serenium, which we need to deal with, but for now the others can wait. Oh, because we've gone up in an edict, we can... Sorry, because we've gone up in Imperium, we can issue another edict, and let's go with tax rate, and by the look at where you can deploy one more. Let's do that in Illyria, that's fine. Alrighty, let's end the turn. Oh, Legion 2 Africana has gone up. in stats. So with DEI, we have a lot of traditions and unique accolades we can bring in. Movement speed is something I quite love, so I think we're probably better off to go with that. So Vanguard Legionary and Unrelenting Force for now with the Roman army. Okay, sweet. Let's end the turn and continue, because we're probably going to have to siege out Brundusium in the next. We're going to focus on the Roman pretenders firstly. Once we get Sardinia and Corsica, Sicily and the Italian peninsula under our control, we really can push and pivot and sort of conquer and expand where you guys want to, which I haven't really decided just yet. Maybe naturally going after Gallic Roman Tetriclus, reclaiming the old lands of Gaius Julius Caesar, which he held when he was governor of the region. Potentially pushing down into Iberia is also a good play, and maybe stretching our influence into Asia Minor. Let me know in the comments. But already looking at this, we're actually severely not favoured to win this one. I'm quite surprised about that. If we were to bring more siege equipment to the fight, how long would it take? So we can bring in a tortoise there. We can bring in 4 light galleys, ladders, siege tower, battering ram. So we'll go with a ram first, then some light towers. Because what's actually in here? Italian swords and guard. That's a little bit deceiving, I think. But anyway, we'll hold that there for now. We'll keep our fleet in this small bay here. And I'll remove... Yeah, I'm going to move my army north. We should be able to take Pano now and conquer the entire island of Sicily. Lucius Stolo is inside, along with Septimus. So we'll send my brother for another decisive victory against the pretenders. Now, we can loot the province, which will give us 9,000, and will allow us to sort of build up banditry protection in some other areas. And it's not actually for too long, and we're going to have to hold here to replenish anyway. So we're going to loot Pano, and we'll try and repair where we can, and we'll make this that. What I will do is I'll move my navy. The next attack's probably going to come from Syracuse, isn't it? So that can hold there, and we can throw back any rebellion if need to anyway. So let's get a small military force here, maybe just some skirmishers and maybe some lighter units there. That's all we really need to spend within Sicily. Now we've got the entire region. Okay, moving along to construction and recruitment. I think getting more of these villas is more than likely the play. So that's not too high, and that's being reduced with the army. It's actually an whoa! Oh, we had something here I wasn't paying attention to. Earthquake? Are you serious? No one is safe from the vengeance of the gods. Which gods would they be? These false Christian or Mithridatic cults? The grounds tremble, buildings crumble, and the dead litter the ground. An earthquake. Wow. So that's actually quite bad. In the capital itself. Oh, that's a shame. Well, we're going to have to build one of those cults there now. Banditry's getting quite high there. We probably can break that down and build one there eventually. And up in the north... we've already got one here, which is fine. We probably could spend that eventually. So this is fine. I want to keep public order here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send this army that's garrisoning Naro. That can go there and help out. So we are currently besieging Brundusium here. We'll give it one more turn because we're going to need that battering ram to come in and help. And we'll get that small replenishment there. Tech-wise, probably we want to... Yeah, there's nothing too crazy that's like really fantastic for us. 20 civic buildings. We need just sort of buffs if we can get it. Egyptian grain plus 6 food. Costs 2,000 for 6. That's probably not too bad, because then that doesn't tie up some other stuff. Plus 20% diplomatic relations with barbarians, cult stuff, relations from treaties, plus 100% from wealth. Maybe we need to go military, just to get overall military buffs, because there's nothing that really sort of speaks out to me here. Maybe just going with integrated, yeah, going with this tech, plus charges and attacks for melee. because buildings-wise, we don't really need to do that overly too much. Okay, so Sicily is now ours. Sardinia and Corsica still haven't been attacked. Can we sue for peace with anyone just yet? No, they're just really not interested, which is a shame. If we can try and whittle down some of these enemies, it would be in more of our best interest than theirs. Alright, we'll see how the Roman pretenders react with Emperor Aurelian besieging Brundusium now. He's got the sun god at his back. Praise the sun, Emperor Aurelian. Sol Invictus. Alright. Let's go with trained swordsman, and we shall go with that movement buff wherever it is. Yep, there we go. Legion 3, we could, look, I think I want to go down the same sort of route, because it does give us some really nice bonuses. However, we could micromanage it somewhat, especially some of the border legions that are going to be there for more garrison-based missions. Could be, like, better served getting those regional economic buffs, like public order and taxation, and allow our family members to be the main fighting force. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so already we have a little bit of line of sight against the pretenders. Oh, something's loading here. Banditry unrest due to the inhabitability of government dealing with angry so disrupting civil disorder. So has that spawned a? We'll read that prologue in a minute. Yeah. So, seeing as I haven't played with the banditry mechanic, what has it actually done? Okay, so in Brundusium we only lost 72 men in the siege due to the instability further, so civic disorder. Alright, so we still seem to be on top of it. So here we go. The Man in the Armor. Prologue. Lucius Aurelian. Rome is dying. These words I hear every day. Whenever we see the desolation the barbarians leave in their wake, someone whispers Rome is dying. When we enter battle and rout the barbarians, we're not even fighting barbs, but whatever. These pretenders are barbarians, it's all Greek to me. There will be hushed talks, murmuring, still Rome is dying, no more. Rome has been dying for a long time. I saw it in Anglia, blah blah blah. The Emperor, my legions. I, Lucius Aurelian, will not have this. Okay, I thought it was going to be a lot better than that, to be honest. Alrighty, let's have a look with my agent here, see if we can scout a bit. Push to the bridge here. Yeah, nothing near Cassentia from what I can see. Push to Beneventum. Yeah, so it looks like the main army, Legio 2 Invicta, is north. I don't think it's there in Cassentia. It could be, but you never know. Okay, it's probably time to mobilize north slightly. So you can move north here. We want to pierce and hit Cassentia. Okay, so if there is ever an attack, we need to move you here, and we'll swing the navy to Syracuse. Fortunately enough, in DEI, we do have quite a large... we do have quite a large garrison presence in most regions. My food is now on track. Even though I sent the army there, they probably don't need to go there now. Maybe just getting some additional stability. Because we repaired those regions that got wrecked in the earthquake. And we might as well get these small governorship buffs in to stop that banditry. But mostly, we seem on top of it in most areas. So that's enough there. You're now pushing here. We probably can save up a bit. What can we get agent-wise still? Champ, we can't get any of that. I thought we might be able to get a spy somewhere. Let's upgrade the region capital here. Go with an aqueduct. We've got plenty of food there now. We need to get sanitation in charge. Okay, in charge and in check. Right, I think we're probably ready to hit Brundusium now. It is going to make me play this one because the order resolves on in my favour for whatever reason. We are coming up against legionary javelin men, marines, and some raiders there, but I don't think it's that much in their favour. They have bronze, sword and shield buffs, and some town guard. Nah, surely our Roman legionaries, we even got some cavalry there as well, should be quite alright. I don't think we need to give it another turn for the siege towers. 2 ladders, 1 battering ram should be enough. So we're going to have our first battle of the series. We have the first battle of the series with Emperor Aurelian, the sun god himself, the embodiment of him, and Legio 1 Dacia. Legion 1 is going to have the siege of Brundusium here today. Alrighty, we've done a quick save and a hard save. Looking at the auto resolve, we have 3,158 to their 1,124. So we need slightly outnumber them numerically. Not by much though. Alright, let's fight this one on the battlefield here today. The Battle of Brundusium 271 AD. Now let me guys where you guys sort of conquered and pursued in your campaigns, because like I said at the start, this is my first Empire Divided Let's Play. I'm doing it on YouTube, which is kind of exciting. It's daunting. I don't know if I'm paying enough attention to the banditry consequences. I think holding Carthage, Hellas, and Macedon is still the play, and allowing those border territories to go. I guess you could win and level up and get some good chevrons against the barbarians if you play it right, but one of my main concerns is I didn't want to get pushed so far east and north that the Roman pretenders were able to build up. Like, you don't need to, but if you're playing on like maybe like a legendary difficulty, it might even be worth like abandoning most of these outposts. Yeah, obviously don't like try to deliberately burn them to the ground, but you're nearly better off just focusing on getting Italy under your control and then pushing on like the Republic of old. But fortunately enough for me, we've had no external influence really just yet. We've managed to maintain our puppets. I have seen in other people's Let's Plays and stuff that sometimes you do get dragged into multiple wars, just depending on the RNG of the game. But fortunately enough, we've pieced out with the majority of the barbarians. It's mostly the Romans that are far away that are at war with us, because realistically, Britannia, Iberia, Gallic Rome for now aren't going to do too much against us. But welcome to the battlefield here now. Let's start the deployment. It's a nice dry day. Let's really go for it. So looking at the siege already, we can actually deploy our archers and hit them there. Really? Okay, so it's only been 1 turn, so is there any like clear way to push in? One of the arrow towers has been removed here, but there's 2 there at the gate. There's one there, and then another one there. The town square is there, which we realistically need to take. Having our archers here... Oh, we don't have any archers. Oh, this army build doesn't have archers. Oh, Simpzy, you crackhead. You're talking about archers and you don't even have any. Oh, I was thinking this was Lucius's army, my brother's. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, well, no matter. We might be able... No, that's not going to work. Oh, they might be able to get some peeler down there. You never know, I guess. Alrighty, so the battering ram can push this way. Ladders. We probably could get 1 laddered attachment here, I would say. I don't think sending a unit to burn down another point is probably going to work. We could chuck one of these medium spears. Maybe. Sacrifice 1 unit to get another point in to save more lives. Look, it could just work. We'll see. Alright, let's move these guys ready to push into the breach. We'll put 4 units here to move up there, and we'll move these 4 down here. Say. Alright, cavalry can move and rotate where they need, and we'll keep Illyrian up here safe. So let's have a look at the Emperor himself. Emperor Illyrian, praise the sun. He dropped a praise the sun in the trailer from what I can remember. The embodiment of Sol Invictus, and of course Balthazar Gelt. I wonder if he's got some metal machination bullshit that he can yield from. Right, okay, so further at the back we have our Roman legionaries here now. Oh, what the hell? I didn't know that shortcut did that. I meant to press K on my keyboard to get rid of the HUD, but I pressed J. Oh yeah, the Roman jiggy. Praise the sun. Oh, great. Fuck, I love this game. Right, I didn't know J was a shortcut to rotate the front of units. That's cool. Further here, we've just got some of the lighter ones. You never know, they might be able to get some good javelin shots down. We'll just have to see. Alrighty, let's start and pause quickly. Let's give out the orders. So I might actually show off the cavalry, because we haven't actually seen them in a fight just yet. Okay, you can push that way, and you can go there and try and burn that down. And try and swing there where you can. Alrighty. Loose target. Maybe go loose formation. That's probably the better idea. And how many can you... The closer you can get, the better. That's the thing. I might try and heavily sway you a little bit this way more, because there's a lot less arrow fire potentially. So everyone's moving out here now, and then we've got our equites further at the back there. So we're slowly but surely moving up, and it's about a 50-50 looking at the odds, which is a lot more predictable, what I would sort of expect. But DEI can be brutal sometimes, forcing you to manually play battles rather than auto-resolve. So we've got our medium infantry pushing up here. Yeah, these units look quite good. I can see why some people wanted this campaign ideally for Total War Attila. Now, can we like target it deliberately? No, we can't. I was going to say we might be able to go with a focus shot. Now, you guys, come on, take the initiative and hit this unit here if you can. They already seem to be getting some archer fire here. Come on, hit that. You know what to do. You've got Peeler. Like, go for this then. Or shoot down in there. Surely you've got range. No, I guess not. Well, no matter. Oh, they're trading with me. Those cheeky bastards. Oh, there's been an amphibious landing here, so we can quickly go deal with that. Alrighty. We're trying to burn down the gate there. Repel cavalry. Phallicum. Oh wow, a lot of these guys have... Whoa, I didn't realize I had that many abilities. That's awesome. Alright, you push up there. We'll push you there as well. I'm actually quite surprised about that. You push for them. You push for them as well. We'll try and fight these guys on the beaches adequately. Yeah, a lot of them have repel cavalry, testudo defensive, testudo wedge. Use the whip. We can even get them to really go for it there. One of our allies use all their ammunition. That's fine. Let's push for this. So we're fighting the initial archers on the beach. We should make quick work of them, even if they are only archers. Up on the walls itself, we are trying to swarm the tower. Our men are slowly but surely making their way up for the glory of Rome and Sun God, Sol Invictus. This, at the end of the day, is the Sun God's empire. Alrighty, how well are we doing over here? So it looks like they've somehow countercharged a little bit, and now some of our legionaries are actually fighting men who have tried to repel the battering ram charging up, hacking and slashing. And you got to give it to the pretenders. They are fighting for the bitter end there. A really nice parlay between the two. Come on, just kill that prick. There we go. That's exactly what we want. Alright, up on the walls. We do seem to be swarming it. And it does look like they've got some like ethnic southern Italians there as well. Alright, can we move these reinforcements up? Whoa! Okay, these guys are routing. Huh. Right, so they can move up there. I believe one unit got caught. That's what's happened there. Okay, they're now trying to push up where they can. Alrighty. They're doing quite well holding them there. We still... maybe move the cavalry down there. Maybe get a charge. Yeah, because even though they are attached to that, they aren't fighting them properly. So weird. Okay, my reinforcements are here now. Send one to continue to burn that down. Maybe committing too many forces there is not the play. We just need to get this gate open. Because they're throwing a lot of their skirmishers into this. Which is not exactly what we want. Try and break that completely. I thought we might be able to beat them on the walls there. Alright, where's this additional cavalry unit coming from? Oh, I gave the order, surely. Yeah, I swear I gave the order. They didn't go down. Alright, they're fighting us on the walls there well. Yeah, I'm surprised how many abilities they have. That's going to be incredibly useful and valuable for the campaign. Hollow Square, Flying Wedge. We can individually throw that. We can use the whip as well. Melee attack, weapon damage, fatigue. So, oh yeah, come on. No. Yeah, you just need to keep on fighting that. Yeah, so if you draw your sword, like, go down into that. Try and push them away from this bullshit they're doing, trying to block it. Okay, we've actually managed to completely destroy those infantry on the walls, which is superb. So we're going to be able to push here now. They're actually removing and working some of their stuff away. So instead of letting spearmen go for that, because they didn't actually work that well last time, we can swing you down here. And if there is going to be a breach, it's probably going to be further south. Okay, so let's cycle charge this a bit, because now they're bringing out swordsmen. Allow my swordsmen to go for theirs. They've really blocked and halted off this ram. They're still fighting up on the walls. Go back on the hill and we'll cycle charge again. We want to eventually get... So if you can go for that, that's alright. But, like, come on. Draw your swords now. Just get down into business. Get down in there. Or maybe they have to go that way to do it. Pick a unit and go. Okay. So, 75% fire. Get it to 100, please. So when the AI tries to, like, move out and retreat, that's what throws everything off. Okay. Allow our cavalry to cycle charge that. Yeah, they're just causing a bit of a meat grinder there, aren't they? The charge doesn't look overly effective, but even clipping some of them is probably worth it. So, there doesn't seem to be a way down for my soldiers there. You'd think there'd be a gateway there or something, because the only way down seems to be here, closer to the square. So, by the look of it, we're actually going to have to, bar these guys, fight the men holding the gateway, but we are reducing it. 86 now. Okay, that archer unit's now come back. Do we send another unit down here to help? Sure, let's send another unit down there to help them. Up on the walls we're holding here. Okay, Brundusium will fall. It's just a matter of time. The gateway still isn't at 92. So, I know it was going to be a tough fight, but I didn't think it was going to be this costly. Alright, they're starting to break now on the walls, but our guys are getting whittled by skirmish fire. Hit the citizens that are just holding us there. Alright, so that's now done. We're going to be able to get inside in a moment. I could rotate those swordsmen down here. Yeah, we'll do that. Because that's going to be quicker than this side pushing through. Oh, they've gone and done it again, which is a shame. Alright, push for this unit. Yeah, drop the ram. I can't even... God, they cheesed it. I can't even do that. There we go. Okay, what's happening here now? Up on the walls itself, they're still tying down a lot of their units. They're doing well. They're like tying us down with absolute shit tier units. And rinsing us. Nearly 85% there, so they can now move up along with additional cavalry. If we can get the cavalry just to scream through, we can do hammer and anvil strikes. What seems to be routing there. Oh god, why are they... It still says they're attached to it when I tell them to drop it. No. Oh, the cavalry unit must have retreated. Right. 50%. Oh god. Oh no, we're in. Yeah, go. Swing around the side. Right, the gate has been breached and now we're moving in. Send my cavalry to the beach. While everyone else in here try and push for units. Yeah, I just thought we would perform better than this. I thought they'd be able to pull up there and push across and maybe go down, but it wasn't the play. Right, continue to get the cavalry this way. Or at least here if they're not going to go through. Seeing there's a heavy variant there. Alright, get these guys down now. They can actually target these units coming in. Alright, what's happening over here? We've now taken this. Alright, swing around to the back of that. They're actually throwing all their forces away from this side now, which is really interesting. A charge against them isn't going to work. And we're getting blocked off there as well. Okay, maybe just trying to cycle charge in the rear of them is probably the play. To allow more men to come through. They couldn't go around and get a town square or like a capture point. Oh, they've just been caught there now. We're going to have to hide them back here. Okay. Yeah, they have to go around a long way as well. They cheesed me massively on that ram. Alright. We're going to have to pick an area and try and break it. Maybe just try and hit their unit head on. Flying wedge could have been the play. Just cycle charging back and forth. They're starting to move. So we might be able to squeeze some around at least. Let the weaker unit push for it. Centralize you. Finish off you there. Alright, so we're fighting in the meat grinder officially. I'm going to have to move you around here. Go further this way. That charge wasn't as bad as I thought, actually. Because we might be able to do something here still. Like, if you can form up there well, we might be able to technically hit it from all three sides. Even though I told... They're bugged completely. Even though I told them to detach from it, it still says they are. Alright. Let's get these more additional units in. So, oh yeah, they've been caught. Go into the back of that. They've done really well. They've plugged me super well. I haven't been able to flank and rotate and get my men in adequately. They blocked up the walls. They pretty much adopted a similar strategy as a human player would. But this army was more so designed for field battles. If we just had some archers, we might have been able to change things in some aspect. But these guys are going to be able to cycle charge that main bit. We have killed hardly any within there. Pulling this way is better. So you push there. Let's see how these guys react eventually. Alright, everyone's still pushing and moving to fight. Okay, and now that Aurelian's here, we can move him into the town square that we now have more of. Okay, we can swing you further back here now. And with the unit being destroyed, we can swing this entire unit, these guys, around the back. Alright, let's drop these buffs now to try and hold. Okay, move you away from this arrow fire. They're swinging light spears here now. But this is an absolute grind here. So our heavy units aren't performing as well as some of their weaker ones. Alright, the heavies are sitting further back there. Our cavalry does have some skirmishes, so we probably should try and use them. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Just get your peeler and try and soften them up a bit. I think that unit's bugged. Yeah, it's like fallen through the earth. It's like really weirdly split. That's whack. Right, they need to pull this way now. Probably could charge against them and surround them completely and finish them off. There's 52 there. Maybe the value changes have been changed on a couple of them. If they're getting DEI units rather than Empire Divided, maybe. Because our swordsmen should be performing a lot better than this. Like in hand-to-hand combat. Medium cavalry there, heavy Italian swordsmen. Like they're even not doing well against the lighter infantry. Potentially. Alright. That charge worked out well because they're now gone. Alright, and then move you there. Alright, I gave an order so long ago for them to eventually get that way. Yeah, it's that one unit that's bugged. Alright. Cycle charge into the back of this. Because that might be able to rout them. Before we do that, just quickly deplete your peeler if you can. To be honest, we might want to save that for the general itself. Alright. So we'll just move Aurelian just a little bit closer up here. But the garrison within Brundusium is actually held well. It's just different to the Cleopatra series, which I've played already, of course. Alright, now cycle charge it. Yeah, there we go. Now they're routing. Yes, there we go. Yeah, it's actually probably more beneficial being a smaller, not larger upgraded Brundusium, to be honest. Alright. Then allow everyone to go for the general. Swing this way. Swing some there. No, that's not going to be able to make it, some of them. Alright, push for the heavy units there. You swing around on top of them. Get the cavalry. Oh no, they're just routing completely. Just chuck everyone in then. But we've taken Brundusium at a cost. Costly victory. Okay, so, it could have been worse. I thought it was a lot worse than that. So, Lucius Aurelian deployed 3,148, lost 1,714 in the siege of Brundusium. We killed 2,582. And looking at the casualties sustained and casualties inflicted, Gannicus Varus deployed 3,124 and lost 2,653. Yeah, so he did have some DEI-like units in there. Maybe they are better than some of the default Roman units. So, looking at the legionaries, 254, 240, that's actually not too bad. Cavalry, 175, 122. infantry there. Yeah, so that was a tough siege. Look, as long as we don't lose too many of the entirety of units, obviously Total Attila and Rome 2 are forgiving in that department. But yeah, look, it was actually quite tight numerically. We didn't outnumber them by too much. Oh wow, it was a prolific victory. Wow. Or prolific. Even though it said costly before. But hey, you live and learn. Reflecting, trying to improve upon that siege. Bringing archers was definitely needed. More so than in the conquest of Sicily. Those 4 units of cavalry probably weren't needed, but you never know. We could have been fighting a field battle. 4 is usually good, but seeing as we're probably going to have a lot more sieges, probably removing those is probably going to be a good thing and getting archers in instead. We didn't particularly need those spears either, probably more swordsmen or just some peltast units. We were unlucky with our battering ram getting caught and getting bugged, and they pushed out against us. There's not really too much you can do about them stopping that. That's nearly an act of a human player trying to stop the siege equipment before it actually gets to the walls. My ladders pushed all right. There was a mistake on my behalf when I pushed 5 units against the 1 or 2 on the walls, thinking they could quickly take that portion of the wall, then push directly down through a ladder. The only way they could rotate down is through the gateway, which like completely defeated the purpose. They were just stuck there absorbing arrow fire when we could have just sat them back and waited and took that part of the wall and then like held like 1 unit there. But the cavalry got caught as well. I tried to bring in my cavalry and flank and get some hammer and anvil strikes, but there was too many narrow corridors for me. So it didn't really work. But looking at the army, yes, we lost 1 unit of Roman legionaries, 1 equite unit, or 2 equite units, Roman levies, and a spear unit there. And we've destroyed them. If I could somehow see those stats, that would be ideal. Like, what's Italian swordsman against our units? I'd love to know. Anyway, we've got a couple of options here. We can sack or loot the city, because we are going to have to sit there and repair for quite some time. I think we shall loot the city of Brundusium, because we need the finances to be spread out and dished around the empire. We'll break that unit. We'll break the Roman barracks there, because we probably don't need one. We can rely on mercenaries here for now, but we do have access real quick to some of it. Equites. We could get some horse archers. That could be useful. No, we'll leave it at that for now. Alright, we've got 8,000 to dish out as well, and we'll move you to Cassentia. We'll eventually get archers in the main army. Before spending too much of the cash, I want to allocate at least 2,000 to some more agents. That'd be a good idea. Dyrrhachium is more defendable, so we'll expand Dyrrhachium instead of somewhere else. Like I said, I want 2,000 to go to agents. So immediately, can we get anyone in here? Can we? There must be somewhere where we can get a spy. No new candidates, really? Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have to use my champion as a proxy spy for now, even though his tasks are better suited elsewhere. Okay, Macedon is my most profitable region. Now, which settlement itself yields the most money for me? Because we'll send our 3rd. Governor there. Maybe Africa. Or we can make Africa one of the mains. No, there's nothing really being an outline. Like, maybe just Apollonia. No, this one's alright. Yeah, that's alright. We'll put one here. up in Thrace. Okay, well, let's end the turn and continue. I think we'll move my... Oh, we can actually see from the Navy, because they were naval units, weren't they? Melee 5, no, it's nothing too crazy. But what's it like on par? Yeah, 5 and 8, 6 and 9. Nothing too mad. Alrighty, let's end the turn and continue. But before we do so, we've got some unassigned skills. My Navy can be upgraded, the Navy stuff's there. Legion 1, after taking some decent losses, they were made to work. They've now been upgraded. So we'll send my brother Lucius to Cassentia, and we're going to be able to secure the boot for Aurelians Rome. But I'm really enjoying Empire Divided so far. It's something different to sort of spice up the campaigns, but I guess sort of all brand new Total War DLC campaigns are good for the first bit. I'll be interested to see how comparable this is to other DLCs once I've finished the series. So Rampant Piracy. Let's go with Pirate Hunter. Banditry Unrest in Africa. And it's still okay for now. Food export, bandit threat, buildings. So we will need to keep an eye out on that if it gains more momentum and builds up a bit. Okay, my Navy can stay here. And with that sacking, it hasn't even affected us too much in the late stage anyway. Alright, let's push to Cassentia now with my brother. And even he's having a hard time in auto resolve. Yeah. Surprised about that. Alright, we'll get to full strength. We've got some slingers in now. Don't we? Oh. Oh, I guess they stopped them because I got rid of that barracks, didn't I? Oh, no matter. We'll just get a couple to increase. What I'll do is I'll just go with 3. Because I'll send into this army some of them. There's no immediate archers we can get through mercs or anything, no. Okay. Let's make sure these... we might as well actually... Yeah. I don't think we need to scout too much. From what I already can see, there's not too many there. So we'll bring the commander into Illyrian's army. Aurelian's army. I'm going to do that a lot this series, so... Don't be too mad. Let's bring in Gannicus there. We'll eventually get you to rally up with my brother. Alrighty, sweet. And we still can't get any further negotiations. Are there any factions that want non-aggression pacts or trade? Nah, mostly everyone's not too overly interested. Gallic Rome, there's been no bloodshed for 2 episodes now, so things might change. Not likely. Alrighty, we're going to siege out Cassentia here for at least a turn. We're going to have to wait until Legion 1 with Aurelian is rallied up. We can push down and help my brother. But we're still going to try and conquer southern Italy, and we'll hopefully have the Siege of Rome next. But we're trying to finish off the last of the Roman pretenders here. They haven't pushed down with a large army just yet. I'm sure they do. Seeing, comparing them on the campaign map, it's still 50-50. So they've definitely got a full stack somewhere. We just don't know where. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.